So we've finally reached the end of the year. We've had our top 10 seasons of the year, we've had our top 5 worst films of the year. Finally, let's end this with the top 15 best films of the year. Why 15? Mainly because I couldn't really shorten the list down, I didn't want to, and yeah, I want to be a bit more original than a top 10, which 15, yeah. Let's just move on. So let's quickly start off with our honourable mentions, starting with X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm really glad that this film wasn't in the top 15, but the fact that there's 15 films that are better than it really just shows how tough I found this list to create and how high a standard these films are. X-Men Days of Future Past was a brilliant return to X-Men, which just sort of blew everything away. And yeah. Next, Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor is Mark Wahlberg and a bunch of other actors who I can't remember the name of. The stuff that they go through is horrible. Just watch, and it was brilliant. Next, Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla breathes fire down another monster's throat. Move on. Edge of Tomorrow, a really underrated film which so many people, pretty much everyone who went to see it enjoyed, but barely anyone went to see it. Next up, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Is it as good as Catching Fire? No. Is it better than the first Hunger Games? Yes. This is like in the middle. It's a really good political thriller. I found it really intense, really intriguing, and I couldn't stop watching it. Next, Black Sea. Just how much can gold corrupt you? Well, this film pretty much shows you that. And it is incredible. Jude Law is amazing in this film. It's really interesting to watch, and it is so damn intense. And finally, Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, this is an amazing film, and it's really powerful. It's funny, it's smart, and it just makes you really appreciate the struggle that people went through when AIDS was going through an outburst, and everybody seemed to have it, and then they couldn't find a cure. Okay, so before we get into our top 15, I feel like I need to make something clear, which I didn't make clear before, and you're probably wondering why films like Dallas Buyers Club and Lone Survivor are on this list. This is because I live in the UK, so the films that came out in the US last year, that came out in the UK this year, I count. It's the same for like some of the films that came out this year in the US that haven't came out yet in the UK, like Whiplash and Birdman. I haven't seen them yet because they're not out yet. Right, let's get straight into it, starting with number 15, Boyhood. This is a film that really just connected with me. It shows like this actor as he grows up playing this child, and you get to see this boy's life as he grows up from like 6 and moving to a different state or something, to him like going to college and stuff like that. It's really interesting to watch. It's just really relatable, which is the main part that I think this film film's trying to achieve, and it succeeds in every level in making it relatable. Number 14, Interstellar. Possibly one of the smartest films this year. It's emotionally impactful, the music is amazing, the visuals are amazing, the way it is filmed is fantastic, the performance is really good, especially Matthew McConaughey. Is it as good as Inception or The Dark Knight? No, but it is still fantastic. Number 13, The Guest. I love this film. Pretty much it shows you everything that you need, it gives you everything you want in a sort of 80s horror film. It's like Kick-Ass in a way. It pokes fun at some of the cliches and stuff like that in horror, but it still makes it intense. More of an action film, but it pokes fun as it goes along, and it just makes it so much fun to watch. Number 12, Nightcrawler. Just how far will someone go to become successful in LA. Well, this pretty much shows you with Jake Gyllenhaal, who's apparently in this film. Yes, this is overused, I'm sorry, but I have to say it, because I don't see him. Nobody has actually seen Jake Gyllenhaal in this film. And that is the best thing I can say about this film. Jake Gyllenhaal is fantastic. You genuinely just cannot see him as this character. He just fits into it so well. And the way it's filmed is amazing. One car chase scene is wow. You're just intrigued to see how far Jake Gyllenhaal will actually go. His character will actually go achieve his goal. And it doesn't disappoint. Number 11, 22 Jump Street. This is a fantastic film from start to finish. It made me laugh. 21 Jump Street is one of the funniest films I've seen. It's pretty much on the same level as the first film. It's so much fun to watch. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill are fantastic in this film. You cannot imagine the film without those two in it. And everybody just works really perfectly. All the characters, some characters from the original come back, and it's just a blast from start to finish. Number 10, Paddington. The way that they've done this film is fantastic. I found it really funny, it was smart. The way that they've done it, Paddington was a really lovable character. You genuinely just couldn't hate him. It was so much fun, this film, and from start to finish, the special effects were fantastic on Paddington. Paddington looked amazing, and the actors were brilliant, and everything about this film was just so much fun. Yes, it's a bit dark, and it's maybe not the type of film that you want to take your 5-year-old to go and see, but it's so much fun to watch, and I just fell in love with this film. Number 9, Grand Budapest Hotel. This is possibly one of the funniest films this year. It's a really quirky film, and the way that it's filmed, it's just amazing. Ralph Fiennes is fantastic in this film. I couldn't stop laughing at some of the stuff that he says. Just everybody was fantastic. Edward Norton was amazing, Jeff Goldblum was amazing, Willem Dafoe was intimidating. It was so much fun, and this is the sort of film that you just sit back and you just watch, and it just makes you smile. Even when it's not trying to be funny, it's just that quirky and entertaining. Number 8, Sensei, A Dame to Kill For. The visual style of this film is just, it's amazing. You can't take your eyes off it. It's so interesting to see like this comic book come to life and have all the different colours and stuff stand out, and it genuinely feels like a moving comic, and that is one of the best things about this film. The acting is amazing. It's one of these dark, interesting films in which there's no character that is this good, morally correct person, and it's amazing to just watch. Number 7, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This was a really intelligent and fantastic sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It improved on almost every level. The way that it changes from what you're expecting in the storyline, how you're expecting it to go with the different characters and the different character traits and stuff like that, to the way that it actually goes is phenomenal to watch. And it becomes this really intense power struggle, and it's more about, in a way, two separate races trying to live together, and it's just amazing. Number 6, 12 Years a Slave. This was an amazing film, really emotionally powerful. I came out of this film speechless. That pretty much tells you all you need to know about this film. This film is that emotionally powerful, it made me silent. This film just creates an intense atmosphere. You're disgusted by a lot of the characters in it, and you feel sympathy for all the slaves. Michael Fassbender was fantastic. He was intense, he was intimidating. It's just that amazing, intense, emotionally powerful film that you only need to watch once and you will not regret it. Number 5, The Wolf of Wall Street. This is perhaps one of the best Scorsese films I've seen. It is fantastic. It was funny from start to finish. I couldn't stop laughing half the time. Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing in this film. The writing is fantastic. It just flows from scene to scene. Everything feels so natural. This was honestly one of my favourite films that I've seen, and for good reason. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy. Possibly one of the most unexpected things to come out of Marvel. A bunch of unknown heroes, superheroes, and space. But the way that they've done this film, it was fantastic. I am a massive 80s fan. Everything about 80s I seem to love. Don't know why, and I probably will never know. But this film is just everything I wanted. It made me laugh from start to finish. The amount of 80s references in this was fantastic. It was amazing. It really just sold the character of Star-Lord, how he was an 80s child. And it was amazing from start to finish. Number 3, The Lego Movie. Another Chris Pratt film. This is a film that I found so unexpectedly amazing. It's just one of these films that relates with me on every level. More than Boyhood, actually. I don't know what that says about me if I relate more to a Lego film than Boyhood, but it's just the truth. And everything about this film was fantastic. Batman is possibly one of the funniest parts in this film. Will Arnett does a great job of just portraying the great version of Batman that honestly had me amused from start to finish. All the different cameos in this film were brilliant, well placed. It was so much fun. This is a film in which you get to see Dumbledore and Gandalf in the same area, arguing about each other's names. That's pretty much all I need to tell you. Number 2, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. This is possibly one of my favourite films of all time. I love the story of the Winter Soldier, and just the way that they've done it was fantastic. The twists in this were brilliant. It was a brilliant spy espionage thriller. The way they've done this with fantastic writing, fantastic acting, an amazing score, just brilliant special effects, constantly having you guessing everywhere that they're going, like wondering what the next big twist's gonna be, just wondering what's gonna happen. The way that they portrayed the Winter Soldier was amazing. It just worked in every level, and everything about this film I loved. So number 1, what is it? Well, it's The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Am I a little biased? Probably. Am I a big massive Hobbit fanboy? Probably. Am I ignoring a bunch of better films? Probably. Emotional, it was epic, it was everything I wanted in a big Hobbit finale. Just something that would tie together Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and everything just worked. The characters ended up reaching different goals, and all their arcs just came together, and the way that everything linked, the way that they linked stuff from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings worked. The final shot in this film is possibly one of the best shots I've seen to tie together a franchise. It was that good. Everything about this film was amazing. Yes, it probably has flaws, but I am so blinded by how good a finale this is that I don't care. I love this film, and everything about it just worked for me. That was my top 15. What was yours? I mean, why not? Top 15 films, comment below. As always, remember to like and subscribe, and that's me done. I will not... One thing though I need to say before I end this is there will not be any videos uploaded from pretty much most of January. I will be returning to videos again, doing videos again, possibly towards the end of January, either that or the start of February. Sometime around then I'll be returning back with videos and you get your weekly gameplays and my reviews and all that sort of stuff. But until then, this will be the last video, and it's rather fitting considering it's the last video of the year. So there we go. What was that? I have no idea, I'm just gonna keep on rolling. Right, see ya.
But one question to answer. How shall this day end?